welcome back to Nafi's Not Facing Garden. Today I'm doing another unboxing video of some fantastic bare root roses that I got from an online retailer within Europe, actually the Netherlands. I'll get into that in more detail, but today I'll be doing the unboxing on camera, and I'll show you what I got, some rare roses that aren't readily available around here, and then I'll talk through my experience with the retailer from start to finish. I've had a fantastic experience and I can't wait to show you guys what I got. So stick around. Right, so here is the parcel, and by the size of it you could probably guess there's something pretty tall or long in here. I'll just go through opening. As you can tell from the excitement on my face, these are the roses that I got. First and foremost, I'll tell you how I came about getting into this. I reached out to an online company, I think it's called Plants Galore, because there was a particular rose I was looking for. And I said, they had it on their website, but it was out of stock. And they said, okay, that they had a grower in the Netherlands that they could contact and get this rose from. So I should place an order, but it will be delayed for about 2 to 3 weeks. And when the retailer from Netherlands got the rose to them, they will ship to me. So I thought, Google rose, bare root roses from the Netherlands, and I came across this website. So it was just a chance. And then on this, it was like I had struck gold, because there was so many choices, and I just restricted myself because I don't have planting space. If you know anything, if you followed my channel, you will know I don't have a room in my garden. In fact, some of these might have to go into gallon size nursery pots, maybe wait till next year. But I just wanted to get one particular rose, but then to justify the shipping cost, which I'll get into in more detail, I decided to add on some things. Now, the rose that I originally wanted is a rose called Amadeus. JJ, if you're watching, this is my attempt to getting an Amadeus. So this is a climbing rose. It's a Kordes climber, which is very good with water-resistant blooms. But sadly, because of the Brexit, it is widely available within the EU. However, it's just difficult to get a hold of around here. So this is Rose Amadeus. Is a climbing rose, quite thorny, and I was just desperate to get it within budget, of course. So here it is. I have to say the roses are a tad bit dry, but I will probably just soak them a lot, maybe over 24 hours, actually longer than I would normally. But there's like an asparagus type shoot here, so it's still viable, and they're still green. It's still green, so I'm happy with that. So, and it's a very nice root stock, because it's a wholesale business and they cater to worldwide distribution. So this is looking nice. This is the first rose, Amadeus, right? The second rose that I got is Laguna. Aha! There was a particular video I had seen. I think Amadeus and Laguna were featured, and in fact they had been grown in pots. Now if you know anything about me, as I said on my channel, I have a small north-facing garden even with little area of sun. So this Laguna is another beautiful climbing rose that flowers in clusters, and I just couldn't resist and get my hands on it. So yes, it's got very nice, in fact the root is more than the shoot. Of course I know it's been cut down, but I mean the proportion, the ratio of it. This is a very good root system. Again, it's a bit on the dry side, but nothing a good soaking wouldn't combat. And I'll just make sure that when I pot them up, I give them in the sheltered, I leave them in the sheltered position. I know the stems aren't the thickest as per the pencil test, but I think if you know how much I got these, you will be surprised. So I'm pretty happy with that. And finally, there's a rose in my neighborhood. In fact, I had to stop on in the summer days to ask the owner of the property what that rose was. Then I found out about a rose called Leonardo da Vinci. This in my neighborhood is a man who has a standard rose. In fact, at one point I thought it was like an artificial, because it was always in bloom. It constantly had blooms on it throughout, and I mean all the way up till November. This rose always had blooms. So one of the days I parked my car and knocked, and no one was in the property. The next time there was only I think an adolescent chap who didn't know anything about his father's roses. And on my third attempt, he'd actually written on a note for me with his son, and I found out this rose was called Leonardo da Vinci. And he had a standard. I've got this in shrub form, but the standard was just spectacular, very glorious. It always was covered in pink bubblegum colored roses, and I just fell in love with it, and I just couldn't resist. So this will be my first attempt at having a standard rose in my collection. I've always looked at them as a bit weird because they have this top heavy, like a topiary appearance, but this has converted me to get one. So this is a Rosa Leonardo da Vinci. I think it's a full standard, so meaning 90 cm or 100 centimeters. But this, the good root system, again, a little bit on the dry side, but I'll just get them into water and hopefully plant them on, and yay. So this is the last one. Now if you keep watching, and I'll go into the detail of how I navigated the website, my experience, the cost most importantly, and more details about how the website works and how I got my shipment. Right, so I said I will get into more details about the website and how I navigated. I already mentioned how I came upon this from a company called Plants Galore, mentioning a rose grower in Netherlands. So the name of the website or the company is called Tuincentrum Lottum. So on the website, it's a whole bare root company. The only way you can get containerized plants from them is if you lived within Denmark, and then you had to visit. They have a big garden center with rose gardens for public like visits. So on the website there is a column on the right side where you see all they have in stock. They've got David Austin roses, they've got some roses from Meilland Kordes, hybrid teas, Floribundas in different categories, and then they have all these old roses, damask, and so forth. So on my experience, so upon going on the website, I, as you normally would, selected what you wanted in my basket, and I'll just go through the cost of the roses. So the Leonardo da Vinci rose, which is a standard, was 15 euros. I'll insert the equivalent in pounds. And the Amadeus was €5, and the Laguna rose was 4.59 euros. Yeah, so the total of my order was €25. However, the shipping cost I think is about £20. Right, so they've got a flat shipping cost. If you were in the UK, from where I ordered from, is on their website is categorized zone 3, and the flat shipping, listen, for 25 roses is £27.50 and €27.50. So for the, if you ordered up to 25 roses, you will pay €27. Up to 50 euros, you will pay €35. So my shipping cost to the UK would not have mattered if I ordered up to 25, but I ordered 3, but I'll still pay the same amount as someone who ordered up to 25. That's what I mean, is a wholesale sort of a business. However, there's a note on here saying after Brexit we're not allowed to send David Austin roses to the UK. I don't know about that, you might have to try, but I wasn't really after any of the David Austin roses. Quite affordable. So the Laguna and Amadeus in pounds, probably in the region of £4.50. Even the delivery cost of 27, that's like 24, 23 pounds. And the wonderful thing is that you don't even pay for the delivery. You pay for the delivery only after you receive your roses in satisfactory condition. Then I was sent a PayPal or invoice to pay for the roses. You see, this is such a transparent business. I wasn't charged up front. I'm only going to pay now that I've done my unboxing and I'm happy with the content of the roses. Then I will pay the company. So I wonder how come this is not well known. I just thought someone might benefit from this, particularly if you're about to start a new garden. I think it would be a good thing to benefit for anyone starting a big rose garden from scratch. You could order up to 25 roses, and I believe they ship within the EU. So please go on the website if you are curious like me and you're just trying to scratch an itch of rose fever. Yay, so that was my experience so far. I think it's been a lovely experience. My package arrived. In fact, there was a little bit of a delay because the address was not properly, but parcel force was very helpful, and I got it within a week of being notified that it had been shipped. So that was a good experience for me overall. And if you made it to the end of this video, please give it a like. If you found any information useful whatsoever, consider subscribing if you like my content, and thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.